Hello, 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 everybody. We are back. Bonjour, hello. As you can see, we are making some progress again today. Hello, hello, Vay. Hello. Welcome to The Strand. We are continuing our lovely adventure here with the Savram, aka the Bibwits, aka the Brains have officially met the Brawn, aka our resident scholar, aka the God of Healing, aka the man who loves the Uwu daddies, and he loves it when they step on him. How you doing today, sir?
You're gonna have to give these fine folks context as to why that.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. They will not never, ever need to find that particular situation out.
Eventually, we're gonna get to that content.
Hydrate.
Eventually.
And you know what? I don't know if I want to know. See, Faye doesn't even want to know.
Okay, then. Whatever. Life's full of mysteries. I don't care.
So,
I'm doing alright. I'm hoping the PlayStation doesn't give me too much grief today, so. Because I'm playing it on the 5, so let's.
Oh, yeah. So,
Occasionally it pops back up again.
he has secured himself, or procured himself, or threatened someone violently enough to secure himself PS5. Questions that need answers that we don't get because that requires authorities. And the only person with authority here is me. And I don't care. I will let him get away with the murder. The murder. Why did I just hit send you a tell? I don't want to send you a tell. I wanted to invite you to the party, to the fun. Ding. That's the button. That's the button. So, we're gonna continue on our lovely star-studded adventure called Getting Closer to Heavensward. And for those of you who haven't heard, Final Fantasy XIV does have a free trial all the way up to Heaven and through Heavensward, all the way up to level 60 with any character. Just saying. It's critically acclaimed, in case y'all haven't heard.
At this moment, the Hrothgar threw the Lullafell over the balcony.
Nope, just committed suicide.
To kill you?
Yes.
1 HP.
I had a chunk left. I had a little bit of a chunk left. I was alright.
I'm surprised.
It's because of how small you are. There's a little bit further of a distance for you to fall. Oh shit! I walked right past the mission.
It's probably because you're a cat man. Cats are supposed to land on their feet. Llamafells are not.
As he gets closer to the mic. Who cares about fall damage? Well, see, fall damage only matters if you're being chased by a mob, because if they poke you and then you jump off a cliff, it counts as them killing you.
Yeah. Or if
Look.
they poke you after you fall off a cliff, you're dead.
That as well. Or during the fall.
During the fall too.
Yeah. Look, it's Mr. PK Thunder. No. You do not call me the Monsieur PK Thunder. No, you don't. It is forever and shall always be Private Size, reporting for duty.
I didn't tell you this, but eventually you're gonna have to come to Ulda, and there's an entourage here for that guy.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, he's here, there's another person, and there's a couple people with, like, demonic wings.
Oh, cool. He's back from his adventures. We heard you were off getting primals, or fighting primals, and that they're one of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Domin Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domins. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Mr. PK Thunder? Maybe you could show us how you fought off the primals. If I did that, y'all would be disintegrated. So sorry. What's all this commotion? Mr. Boulder, Mr. Coltonant, I don't know how to spell that, or say that. Did you know that Mr. PK Thunder is back? They're like, well, duh. I love children in this game. They're idiots. They're horrendous. They're scum. So it would seem. Welcome home. Became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hooray Boulder. Hooray! And this bookish fellow is Coltenant. I don't know. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers. And we were just asking Mr. PK Thunder if he would give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside him, don't you? Son of a bitch. Now I gotta watch after children? God. Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. At least he's like kind of chill about it. He's like slightly. At least he has some chill about him. I'd have just been like, "Bitch, you gonna die." At least he has some chill about him. Wow, my phone decided to randomly blow up my stream. I did drink. How dare you? I did hydrate already. You guys are telling me to hydrate too much. There's only so much hydration I can do. I have a counter proposal. What if we were to cross swords with PK Thunder? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Stretch. But I just sat down.
You can stretch while sitting.
That's true. Hooray, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. So much hydration. So much hydration. But what matters is the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson. Do it again. What say you? Would you consent to spar with me? I just give him a smile and shake my head and nod my head. We're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. I'm gonna just, for those of you who understand this, and if you're watching my stream, you better understand this. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems. And what it is all I'm gonna do to this guy is just go Falcon punch and call it a day. Do try not to disappoint them. You can't really hear me drinking. I have a soda, and I drank it. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, I drank it 3 times. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this a worthy contest. Alright, where am I going? We go over yonder. Where do I gotta go? Minions! I didn't want minions. Why did I go to minions? Mountings! Oh yes, here we go. For the Vey. Oh yeah, we can fly out here. What am I doing? Oh, tits. Gotta exit the party.
Remember when it was only certain mounts could fly?
Back in my day,
Just like it's to fly now.
Right. And slowly over time they were like updating it with more and more mounts that could fly. Yes, I'm ready. You will be synced to level 50. Well, I'm 57. That's a bummer. I'm just gonna Falcon punch you. It's okay. It's okay. But my man's gonna Falcon punch. Very well.
No,
He's a gladiator. He's a gladiator, and then that's a thaumaturge. Let's not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Ahem, hooray.
I thought it was a white mage.
Are you sure you want to face him alone? What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without PK Thunder to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. But you're not a warrior, you're a paladin. Plot hole. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Oh, fuck. Ida? What? Who are all these people? Audience members. Who have all taken a bet against you. When I heard about the sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there's still more to come. When I mentioned PK Thunder's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. While my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. Also, I'm not a swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. Hee. Dum 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 dum. Ah! 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 Just kidding. We're just gonna punch him in the face. Oh, he's already like a quarter of the way dead. I feel kind of bad now. I win! Such power, the tails barely do you justice. It's not over yet. It can't be. Aye, the children have the right of it. 'Tis time I join the fray. On your feet, hooray! Oh, hello. You wanted to join the fray? Well, Misa thinks you've made a grave mistake. Squeeze me. I accidentally killed him. My bad. He brought it on himself. Oh no, he looks hurt. Mr. PK is so strong, but you can't give up, Mr. Boulder. Can't disappoint the younglings. He's gonna die for you, kids. I hope you're okay with this. Quite literally, I think I might kill him. Oh, he's taking 0 damage. This is not good. I win. Da 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 da. Yeah, he held ground. You have bested me. I yield. That was incredible. He beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose. PK Thunder, none can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the Primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. No, they send me to deal with the Primals because of my thunder size. Facts. Factual information.
Big saving lives once again.
Big dice saving lives. Oh my god. Yes. Impressive as always, PK Thunder. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. I hate the outfit now, you whiny twat. Go lay down somewhere. And judging by the smiles on the many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that's a most fitting title. No, what's a fitting title is your death. Do you recall when we first met? It was at the memorial service for the Battle of Cosmo. No, it wasn't. At the time I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea, I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. We met on the carriage ride. Well, we didn't meet. I guess you were technically sleeping, but whatever. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abound, and yet the effort I saw expanded towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I saw Eorzea as a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. We didn't need you, bitch. Get out of here. Get out of here. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation, but its people. It was the people, these wonderful, often infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow only to drag themselves back to their feet and face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish, a wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. Wait till Alize shows up and slaps you around like the little bitch you are. I too will endeavor to take up this mantle of guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Throne alone. No, what is needed to tackle the roots of the primal threats and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue that discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Pray return to the Rising Stones. Your level is no longer synced. No, not companion. Mount, thank you. We are now going to ride the biggest, chunkiest man of all. His name is literally the Fat Chocobo. And look at them cheeks. Look at them cheeks. And what's funny is he chases after the Gishel Green when he's running. So he chases after that. But then when you tell him to fly, he goes after the cake. Because he likes cake. Moving on. The fat boy just wants his cake. So chunky. Soon, in November, on November something, we're gonna have a new chunky. His name is Le Chunk. 19th, November the 19th, Le Chunk. Le Chunk. And fue caca! Anyway, moving on. Thank you for coming, PK Thunder. The world shifts and alters as we, my friend, must ever be the one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. I didn't care. I guess... determination. Oops. Apparently I'm clicking buttons. Recruiting the realm. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th astral area, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the desperate forces of Eorzea together in a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is disputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus? I don't know. Towards unification draining away. And thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the Scions. It is my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend the momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily a military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed, with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scions command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. Yeah, because I'm only one person, bruh. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, it is yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on this journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. I suppose. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Teleportation time, come on. Ping. To the sprinting. Huh?
Said you're telling me I have to run? Gross.
Oh, there you are. I'm ready to ascend to the bridge as we speak with Admiral whatever her name is. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissionary boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant to the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter, and we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Okay. He wants me to go where? Oh yeah, speaking of, I saw the tank's armor over there. He's got the tank chest piece from the new raids. I was like, oh yeah, speaking of, I gotta do my raids this weekend.
Yeah, you better call it. Takes us a few days.
Yep. Oh damn, so many people I gotta go talk to. We'll start over here, I guess. I wish I had an infinite sprint button or something while I'm inside of the city states, because moving around these places takes fucking forever. If only I had a skill called Peloton, and I'd move lots faster. Reol. Alright. So, towards the end of our Let's Play, I'm gonna put up another little what do you call it thing? A vote. that little vote, if I can remember how to do them, is going to be for the game that we're going to jump to. There's a few on the list. There's Diablo 3. We started a hardcore character, but I don't know if we're going to stream that. Because the way that we're kind of doing that is, let's say I die, then we would both reset our characters. If he dies, we still both reset our characters. So I don't know if we'll do that because it can lead to a lot of back and forth with the stream. Depending on,
Casual.
we could start a casual, but where's the fun in that? It's only fun when it's stressful.
Anyway, I mean, we can put it on casual, just harder difficulty, not permadeath.
Facts. Thoughts. Anyway, that'll be something in there. I'll put 2 of those in there. Diablo 3 on hardcore or Diablo 3 casual with super high difficulty. I didn't want to talk to you, bitch. I want to talk to you. So that'll be 2 options. Second option, Back for Blood, because, you know, who doesn't like progressing in that, trying to get to the new act. Let's see, after Back for Blood, what else is there? Fall Guys.
I have not downloaded.
I told you I'm gonna pester the fuck out of him.
Just not today.
But it's not today, motherfucker.
Not today.
Why am I running clear across the place? I could have teleported. God damn it.
Probably pick it up right after the re-interest in Fall Guys dies, and that'll take us hours.
Oh, there hasn't been a re-interest in Fall Guys.
There's been a few people that have gone back to it. A couple streamers I've seen go back to Fall Guys periodically.
Yeah. Every time I look Fall Guys up on, every time I look up Fall Guys on, fuck, I keep talking to the wrong person. No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Every time I go to look up Fall Guys on Twitch, there's always at least a few thousand people streaming it. And it's just because it's one of those nice, like, party games, that, you know, there's no real, like, hard focus on trying to do things and stuff like that. It's just a game to just kind of chill and have fun with and stress out about sometimes. God, I miss being a tank sometimes. Where am I going now?
Pick up tanking.
No, I picked up healing, remember? He keeps saying he's going to, but he's never going to. Let's just be real. That's funny.
I never did originally say I'm going to, but I just keep getting badgered and pestered and harassed and ragged, so eventually it's gonna come to happen. And then we're gonna go in there, and he's gonna fucking mess with me for like 10 minutes, and then he's gonna be like, okay, now let's fucking kick these guys' ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Panic. I'll always panic.
Right. Oh, the other game. So, the 2 forms of Diablo, Back for Blood, Fall Guys, Minecraft. The last game would be Pokemon Unite. So here's the thing with Pokemon Unite. We have problems. We can't play that game alone. If I play it solo, I get a shit team. If he plays it solo, he gets a shit team. When we play together, we roll these people. Like it's ridiculous how bad we roll these people. So I mean, Pokemon Unite, if you have a Switch, it is free. It's also a mobile game, so if you have a phone, I'm not sure if it's cross-platform. Is it cross-platform to the phone? I don't know either. Well, your character has like a character code, so maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's also a mobile game on the phone. It came out on the Switch first, then also went out mobile. Free to play. As you progress and stuff in the game, you get points to unlock other characters if you want, things like that. There's tons of Pokemon that you get to play as. In a few days, they're launching Dodrio as a playable character. they're in the process of giving out Mew for free right now. So if you like Mew, I'm skipping part of this kind of cutscene types or all this talking stuff just because it's just me telling them, "Hey, come join us," and I can do announcement type stuff while we're doing that. Makes it a little easier because me talking to them really isn't story related, to be honest. But I suck at Fall Guys, but it is fun when you play with others. True, I have never won a game of Fall Guys. I came really close once. I got second place, but I've never won. So yeah, it is fun when you have other people though, just because, like I said, it's just a madhouse on that game. But yeah, so that's gonna be the list for the stream. Two types of Diablo, Back for Blood, Fall Guys, Minecraft, and Pokemon Unite. Because I think that's all the games we really have that we've played on this, if I'm thinking correctly, anyway. Yeah.
Else I'd have to start downloading some stuff. So very few games downloaded for this console.
Yeah. So. But yeah, it'll be up in the chat towards the end of the Let's Play stream. Anyway, it'll be up. So I don't want to put it up now because by the time we get around to the end of this particular thing, I'll forget what it is. This guy's name is Mr. Senpai. All right then. To the airship landing. Oh, hello, Alphanad. Alright, and now he's saying that we're gonna head out to Ul'dah. Again, not gonna bother with that. That is a Reaper. Being a Reaper. He's also a bunny boy.
Edgy boy being edgy.
Yes, edgy boy being very edgy. His entourage is missing. He's only got 2 people out here now. Where am I going?
What?
A Royal Promenade. I should go back and teleport to that.
Yeah, I know. I did the same thing. What quest are you on?
Recruiting the Realm.
So you got about 3 more quests, and then you'll finish at 2.3, and you'll start 2.4 with Dream Device.
Oh, we're getting close to Shiva.
Snowcloak first.
Well, yeah, but Shiva's like right after that.
4 or 5 quests, yeah.
Because right after Snowcloak and Shiva is Heavensward, I believe. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you catch 2.5 before the fall, and then 2.55 before the fall part 2. And then after that, it's still a whole hell of a lot of level 50 quests to get you ready to go into Heavensward, yeah. Yeah, then starts Heavensward after.
Yeah.
We'll have to do...
Because I know Snowcloak's the final dungeon. Oh no, Keeper of the Lake is the final dungeon.
Keeper of the Lake is the final.
Yeah.
Chrysalis.
Chrysalis doesn't count. Chrysalis is a trial. No, it's not.
Trial.
Yeah, is this when we go across the bridge, isn't it?
I think so. It's just the last trial because Snowcloak was the last dungeon for this kind of patch, and then we'll do Keeper of the Lake, and then we'll do Chrysalis. So yeah. We're getting there.
So close to Heavensward, people, and we're gonna be over leveled for Heavensward by a lot because I'm already 57.
Drastically. I mean, I'm sitting here going, where the hell's half my kid?
Yeah, I'm 57, so I understand.
I'm gonna put myself into a duty roulette just to gain some XPs while I was waiting for you to catch up. And I was like, gain XPs for what? I'm already there, like I'll be 90 doing level 60 content. Realm Reborn has been cut down so much, but it's still so massive.
Yeah.
To get
What is that, Gladiators? Is that gladiators? Yeah. Yeah, around this whole thing would have taken, like, this Let's Play alone, just trying to get to Heavensward, would have taken a boatload longer. Like, this already takes a long time because it's not 100% voice acted and stuff, so I can't just kind of zoom through it for you guys. But excuse me. Oh shit. Go talk to him at the Royal Promenade. But it would have been like 10 times longer. Don't forget, peoples, if you haven't already, if you are an Amazon Prime member and you haven't already, please hit me up with that Prime sub. You get a free Prime subscription to one streamer a month, and y'all should just choose me. It'd be awesome. How fared you? What hidden gems in the streets of Ulda did you find? A single Alamegan used well. You've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, PK Thunder. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessing. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. This is not to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the Syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely on outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubt surrounding the enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. Oh, I guess I don't have to teleport. Cutscene. Oh, is this where... Yep. Alright, y'all. Be ready. Some shit's about to hit the fan. I think. No, I think it's a little further in. Never mind. I don't think we're at that part yet.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
Voice acted!
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ulda is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Kalechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'Dan law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
She's so angry.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Oh, she's so sad.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Where do I turn this in? Oh, the rising. So I do have the teleport. They show everything taking off and shit. I thought they trolled me. I thought they were taking me there. It's okay. It's my free location anyway. It's not like Yep. It's my free location anyway. It's not like I gotta. It's not like I gotta spend currency to get here. So. No a biggie. No biggie.
Walks away like great, and then your character like follows them, and then you're like cool, so we'll be there. And then they come back to your character still standing in the same spot you were standing in 2 seconds ago, and I'm like, well, that was pointless.
Right. This is not a journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, PK Thunder. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Yeah, she needs me to do some fetch quest. Watch. Heretical harassment. Greetings, PK Thunder. Alpha now tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alpha now to see that all is in readiness, so I am afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slathborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? I am the Warrior of Light? I am not an errand boy. My thighs are meant for saving lives.
Glorified errand boys.
No facts. 100%.
Glorified internship.
Glorified. Sometimes paid, not always.
Well, they give us experience points
Sometimes, not
or
always.
currency.
Sometimes,
There's
not
always
always.
something. There's always something attached to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense if I was running around questing.
Right.
What's supposed to happen? House Vortex Guard, is he in here? Alar?
I barely noticed your recruits arrive. I suppose barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer for aid, it's more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slathborn, the shipment, we couldn't save it? Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing the shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions embarked for the frontier effort, but just as we crossed over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a cause of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did the supplies originate? House Four Temps. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Oh yeah, we haven't even gone to Dragonhead yet, have we? Peak of Thunder. Were you not on good terms with them? Oh yeah, we were. We've been out there before. I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hosts to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring the incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Understood, bruh. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Horsefont will be glad of your assistance. I forgot we've already been up to Dragonhead before. It's just been a minute. Who wants to play in the snow? Well, if it isn't my fine friend, PK Thunderthighs, would you care for a plate of roast caracal, some mulled wine? No? Ah, I see you have not come to into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. 'Tis not. He's gonna give me gear? Oh my god. I can't wear it. Oh my god. I couldn't help myself. Look, I can't wear it. Oh my god. It is stronger, so I guess I might as well take it, but...
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest.
Voice acting, yeah.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. It was in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, We have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Well, of course.
Halone's blessings be upon you. Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Bam, 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 bam. We're just gonna roulette that mount. Oh, I got the flying nimbus. Well, this one's normal color, just not yellow. Nobody peed on it. This is so much faster than walking. We're close around. Because others you would ask me, pray speak plainly. I am a man of action and need no honey words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say, by the fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Perhaps you'd care to question one of the recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival comes moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly blackguards. I was traveling my usual route to Whitebrim when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." Dare say that is where they are hauling the goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Probably fair, mate. I mean, You got hit in the head with a mace? Those things are usually spiked. Oh wait, I can teleport back to Dragon Head, can I? Oh well, I'm not going to Dragon Head, so it don't matter. We gotta do some kung fu fighting. Hiya! 'Cause I was as fast as lightning. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I kicked their butts. Fat boy again, but this time he's white instead of yellow. Draw your weapon, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are coming seeking heretics? Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across another of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished, like icy wraiths. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself come to sneer at our folly? And where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best we were to return to Whiteburn Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillamont. King of Thunder, it appears I owe you my thanks again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Selkirk were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily, I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat of these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Horshapont of the discoveries. He will wish to plan contingency of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Now go talk to Slafron at Revenant's Toll. I only have 902 politics. I was hoping to have more. Then again, we haven't really done a whole lot of other things. Hey, the augmented ironworks, that's the max level for 50, right?
Maybe.
Alright, what about it? I can't buy those.
Representatives.
So I got chest piece and gloves, because that's all I can afford.
Well, I've been collecting some stuff, and then I bought a couple things.
Where is funds list? I'm gonna queue us up for stuff. Highest one we can do. We're not doing the Praetorian, although it gives 150 poetics. Monarch's Palace.
Besides, we haven't been back in Praetorium on these characters since it's changed.
Oh, true that, true that. That's fine, I'll fucking kill it.
We might actually be able to get a bonus because it's kind of our first time there.
It won't be. I'll queue us for it then. No. Because Thunder, it is good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen waste of Curthus? House Fortom is to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Hoshafont for his continued generosity. Even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract even greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greater power. All of us, Alphanauts included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Now this headpiece we'll have to do for now. It's at level 110, so that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Brave new companions. Oh, this is where you get the Mad Hatter hat. Too bad I can't wear it anyway. While you're away in Corthos, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed. Although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered, I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Do what?
I said I'm surprised we're not in already. One tank, one DPS. Going quick.
Average wait time less than 5. So who knows? These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Peaky Thunder, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Redmond's Toll, and I haven't had the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You want to report directly back to Alphanaut if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. That's like what she's talking about, having them all like in the same uniform. That's a nod to 6.0. God damn, they're fucking everywhere, lady. Why did you allow them to spread themselves so thick? Don't mind the veil. The whale is just what popped up. This is one of those things where I'm just kind of skipping through. Not really a good, decent chunk of the story. It's just me handing people uniforms and telling them, hey, you need to go change and meet over here. My plus side to pray at this point is that it gives 150 poetics, and I do need senses. At the moment. Gotta enter the Rising Stones.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea.
Voice acted.
From this moment forth, I declare you crystal braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus, come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Leveilleur?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were.
Yeah, 'cause you little bitch.
We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Oh, tits. It popped. Luckily the cutscene was over. No, you already had a snow cloak? Damn. This scene could not be skipped. So some of you might remember when we did this particular dungeon a while back, there was 8 people in this dungeon with us, total. Now there's only 4. They've also taken out a lot of content from the dungeon. It still ends up being about the same time length. It's about like a 40-ish minute dungeon, unfortunately. Because you can't skip any of the cutscenes. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But like I said, they did take out a lot of content, so there's a lot of the like tediousness of it is gone. But a lot of the cutscenes are still there and things like that. But here's hoping we can kind of mush through it. I think we got a new Dragoon and a new White Mage in here with us. Which would be nice, because that means we get a bonus, but you know. Hello. Good evening, folks. I'm so pumped for tomorrow already. What's tomorrow? I will pick up the quest Shadowbringers. I don't have time tonight, so I'm leveling other classes. You don't have time tonight, but you got time for this. Does it say somebody was new? Bonus of 100, so we're gonna get 250 out of this place.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Nice. I told you it was gonna be worth it. You don't believe me. You know.
I never do. Because you always leave me behind. Howling Fist. So if you're like a little overwhelmed when you're watching this and you're seeing all the sparkly things on screen and you don't know what's going on, if you are the type of person who wants to play this game, there is a setting. You can turn it off. Oh, this healer's down. Let's get it. Right. Don't forget unflanked. Anyway, there is a setting you can turn on that turns off battle effects, so you can kind of mitigate it where you don't see so much sparkliness and stuff, and you don't get too distracted or anything else. You can turn yours off and other people's off, or you can turn them all off, or you can just turn other people's off. Totally up to you. I was lagging for a long time on when I was playing this because of my internet before I got my own apartment. It just wasn't having it, since it wasn't hardlined anymore, and I was across the house from the modem. so I had to turn off other people's effects, and I was able to leave mine on because of the lag. It was just killing me. I actually need to turn that back on so I can see everybody's stuff if I want to. But yeah, that's always a setting. 14 does have halfway decent accessibility options, so that's always something. I'm not going to read through this because we've already gone through this before. But it does it automatically. If you guys want to reread it, feel free. I'm not doing this one. Let's see, what else? Oh, I don't know if anybody saw today, but Ubisoft did their like showcase today, and they announced like 5 new Assassin's Creed things. So they got the main game coming out, Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is going to take place in Baghdad, like ancient Baghdad, obviously, because most of them are all ancient times. And then Assassin's Creed Codename Scarlet or something, or Codename, what was it? Codename, I'm looking at it right now. Codename Red. It's set in feudal Japan, which is a place that everybody's been begging for. Then there's another one called Assassin's Creed Codename Hex. It looks kind of like very witchy and stuff. And then there's Assassin's Creed Codename Jade. These are all like future titles and stuff that are like just TBD on actual title announcements. I don't know about the setting for Hex or the setting for Jade. I just know that Red is supposed to be feudal Japan because that's something they actually announced with it. And then they also announced the final expansion for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Everybody ready? Oh my god. Ping! Wait for the little guy to get in there. Once he's in there, then you assault him! Up the butt. The what?
It's like you're looking for where they put our hat.
Facts. Is my hat up here? Is this where it is? So I get to find it so I can wear it? Oh my god. For those of you wondering why I'm dancing around so much, the monk is a class that does have what's called directional. I basically have to hit the boss at a certain angle to do extra damage. Kind of sucks sometimes, but I mean, for the most part, it gets the job done a little faster with the DPS and all that. Ooh, kids. I do have a skill called True North, that I can use. I don't think I have it unlocked right now. But essentially what it does is it nullifies the effect of any of the directionals that I try to use, so I don't have to be facing specific direction for me to get the bonus out of it. But I don't have that skill at the moment, I don't think. See, there used to be a cutscene right when you killed him. They would go off. They got rid of that. And then you used to have this whole long area you had to go through fighting a bunch of extra mobs just to get to here, and then there was a cutscene showing off the armor. But they got rid of that too. Yeah, we don't get reintroduced to Maggie. Fuck Maggie. We have her commit suicide. Oh, they're still alive. Do I look like I give a F? Get like F. And then there was a spot where you had to walk through there, kill some more enemies, and destroy a wall that couldn't be destroyed by anything but you. Or but the machine, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, this part's the same. The cutscene where you blow up this wall is the same. The cutscene that introduces Nero is the same. Like I said, they really are trying to reduce A Realm Reborn down as much as possible because they know it's a lot of content. There was a reason behind it being so much content initially because they didn't have an expansion made yet or even considered making an expansion because A Realm Reborn was titled A Realm Reborn because it was a full overhaul remake of Final Fantasy XIV. Because Final Fantasy XIV, the 1.0 version, did so bad that they were just going to junk the game. It was just doing horrible, people hated playing it, all that kind of stuff. So they really planned on scrapping it, and then they handed the game over to Yoshi P, who's the new director and producer of the game. Well, not new, he's been around since the beginning, but he took over as director-producer for the game, and now he has not only turned this game around, but he's made Square Enix so much money from this game that they are pulling money from this game to fund other projects because this game has so much money. So, and this game got a massive surge of players when World of Warcraft when Blizzard went through that big old scandal of abuse in the workplace and all that kind of stuff. And tons and tons and tons and tons of people left World of Warcraft for a couple of reasons. One, the scandal that was going on with World of Warcraft, and two, just ongoing bad gameplay and harassment in-game for World of Warcraft. So just a flood of people left that game and were like, hey, let's try Final Fantasy XIV. And Final Fantasy XIV got like this massive surge of players like out of nowhere. So it all kind of was one of those things that's just like, yay, popularity. So, I'm gonna go grab a drink while this cutscene plays. Oops. Almost knocked that over. That would have been bad. Hammer down! Ping. So, Nero was the first one to use Hammer Down, copyright infringement from Blizzard. Square Enix should sue. I mean, just saying.
You riding hard?
Everybody ready? Oh my god, everybody ready? Yay! Oh, stacky. Cortex. Buster, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Fucked up my rotation. Eesh. That's it. Just gonna pop that on, this is fine. Let's see, move that back there. Leave me be, Mr. Hand. Mr. Hand, Mr. Hand. He did. Well, he's not dead, but he did. Hmm. I apologize for my dog shaking in the background. He decided he wanted to stand up, shake it off. Now he's scratching. Yeah, I'm talking about you, butthead. He's a Derposaurus. He's a Derposaurus Maximus. Burn it. And now he's rolling. Oh, we're going? The cutscene's over? Yeah. Just to go into another one. Hey, somebody obtained level 60, strong lance arm. Good job. Our Dragoon. I don't even think this is gonna get me close to 58, to be honest. Yeah, so it's Assassin's Creed Mirage takes place in 9th century Baghdad, and it comes out in 2023. Pre-order is available now.
Don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful.
Awesome. I love you. I need you later. Oh. Huh?
About you. Somebody's chatting.
You are amazing. My friend loves you.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit. And its faith is an instrument.
Oh, there's a
of
damn.
deception.
That looks so nice. There's a collector's case
It is not
for
to
Assassin's
uncover
Creed
lies.
Mirage
To believe
already
in Eorzea
for PS5.
is to believe
150 bucks
in
though.
nothing.
Pre-order now to get a bonus
Eorzea,
quest, the 40
beast
Thieves.
tribes often summon gods to fight in
But the
their
statue's
stead,
like the
though
dude
your
on
comrades only
like a ledge
rarely
looking thing.
respond in kind,
But the box looks cool.
which is strange, is it not?
It's probably gonna sell out
Are
in
the
minutes.
12
I just don't have
otherwise
150
engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians,
I don't
why do you
have
not repeat the
$150
trick that
between
served
now
you
and
so
when
well
this
in
game's coming out.
Carteneau and calm
Unfortunately,
them down?
I have bills.
They will answer, so long as you
Bills.
lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except for this. And you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet?
I do want to get the
The
Scarlet
answer,
and Violet Switch.
your masters lack the strength to do otherwise.
It's the OLED Switch, but if they decide to do what they did with Sword and Shield, where in order to trade wirelessly and you're not standing next to each other, you have to fucking get to a certain point of the game and all that shit, and it takes an hour
Conquest.
just to trade one, I'm gonna be
And when
pissed.
the dust of battle settles, It is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak.
I'm luckily waiting to get it done.
Yeah.
Knowing this, when a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation.
Yeah, but I would also want the trainer names to match and all that kind of
Only a
stuff.
man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping...
I thought about getting a Switch Lite once, and I was like, eh. I was like, because I do a lot of streaming, and I can't stream on a Switch Lite because it's not designed for that. And plus, I do still technically need a Joy-Con for handheld play, because I bought a Pro Controller instead of a Joy-Con. So if I got the Switch, I'd have Joy-Cons. You know what I mean? It's also the OLED. It's also the OLED though, and it's design and it's got a decal and all that shit on it. It looks really cool. No, we started. What's this Wii bullshit? Oh, we're gonna get toxic now. I think. Prepare to lose your account privileges. Hotels. Right where I'm already at. I had to move because you moved in, and then my directions weren't lined up anymore. Now let's stack on the tank, everybody. Kind of deleting him. Deleted. Mamma mia, here we go again. Mama. Apparently I got hit by that. Hey, sit your face. Tank needs to do this job. Facts. It's factual information, but you know, we don't like to talk about facts on this channel. We only like to talk about lies and slander. Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention. Wow, I'm walking on sunshine. Streamer privileges, 100%. Thanks. %. Yeah. They're all dead. I need some help, bitches. I'm gonna LBM for kicks as soon as I'm able to. Ping, limit break, bitches. Bye. 250 poetics. Giving it to the healer. I didn't.
Well, that means the healer probably got 2.
True. So that puts me at how many? 297. Right. Moving on with the story since we did that.
I'm eager to see what
Ooh,
the
voice
Crystal
acting.
Braves might
Voice acting.
accomplish.
Copy.
This shall prove an
Oh,
interesting
Jesus Christ.
time indeed for the Scions.
In case you all were wondering, you can be just about whatever name you
Yes,
want.
I'm listening.
We've seen some pretty intriguing ones.
So our worst fears are
Carrot and the
confirmed.
needles.
The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12.
Cryo! I have a little figure of
I
her.
see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger.
Says woke up today and decided
My
to make
thanks.
it everyone
I shall
else's problem.
contact you anon.
Great.
When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well?
Probs.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans? Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidel's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Because I can, I'm gonna take the hat. Because it's nice. I can't wear it, but it's nice. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. Should I look at that on stream?
Yeah, it's just a glam fit of somebody
Oh.
I ran into.
I was like, is that something I should look at on stream?
It's not at all untoward. It's actually a really freaking sick-ass looking glam.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll give you that. Nap time connoisseur.
Yeah, I was just scrolled up to there to see what she had, but I really liked that glam. I was like, jeez.
Give me
Really well put together.
just a second, people. My boss is calling me.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what you doing?
Chilling at home. What's up?
Oh, well, first of all, Duke said he didn't get your email about working today.
I sent it to, I ended up working the morning shift instead. But I sent it.
Oh, well, they have someone who wants you to work a detail tonight from 9 to 2.
From 9 p.m. to 2 a.m.?
Yeah, $40 cash an hour.
Are we allowed to if we're not confirmed?
You want to talk to him?
Sure.
Hey man, what's going on?
How you doing?
Good, good. You interested?
Heck yeah. You said
Alright.
from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m.?
9 p.m. to roughly 2. Probably get out of there about 1:30. It all depends what kind of party it is. And sometimes it's little 2-year-old parties or quinceañera, little 15-year-old parties.
Oh, I got you.
But I'll send you. I'll get your number and I'll send you the address.
Okay.
It's over at the corner of Florida and Sherwood Forest.
Florida, Sherwood. Oh, I know where that is. Okay.
Okay. What district do you work?
I work third evenings.
Third evenings?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, what opposite rotation? Oh, this was obviously the opposite, huh?
Yeah, I work A rotation.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, it's they used to have an Albertsons there, a Chase Bank, and the supermarket there is all shut down. Well, there's a little strip mall there, and it runs along Florida, like it faces Florida. Well,
Okay.
it's the last little building.
Is it on the north side of Florida or the south side of Florida?
Yeah, northeast side.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about then.
Yeah, I tell you what, let me give you my phone number and shoot me a text, and I'll send you all the information.
Alright, give me just a second here. What's your number?
Yeah, it's 225-315-0505.
I'll shoot you a text real quick just with my name so that you have it.
Shoot me name and
Call number, all that.
Phone number. Yeah, just your name, last name, and then I'll send you the info.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And they'll pay you cash at the end of the night.
Sounds good. Awesome.
And they're gonna make you they're gonna make you eat stuff. So.
Hey, that's fine with me.
All right, bro. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, bro.
Apologize, but my boss just called me. He's like, "Hey, you want to work an extra detail for $40 an hour?" I was like, "Say less." So yeah.
I didn't hear you on stream. I couldn't hear you. An ad had popped up, and
No.
like, can hear you, not muted.
Oh, I thought I muted myself. I hit mute on my mic. That's weird. Well, oh well. You guys.
I couldn't hear you over Discord, so you muted Discord to me, but...
Yeah, I muted that, but then I clicked mute on the stream, but somehow it was still going through. That is very odd. Because, like, can stream still hear me right now? Because I just muted myself. Again, on stream.
Stream's still good. I can hear you on stream still.
That's weird. I muted myself on stream and it's still going. That's funny. Oh, well, I'm making $40 an hour tonight, so...
What time you gotta go in?
I gotta be there by 9 p.m. I'm working 9 to 2 a.m. But fuck it, $40 an hour, bro. So that's what, 9, 10, 11, 12... Wait, 9 to 10, 11, 12, 1, 2... So 5 hours. So 40 times 5. What is that? Math. 200. So $200 tonight. Woo! I ain't gonna complain. Alright, anyway, continuing on with the cutscene. Now that y'all know my business. That's fine.
That aired it once, aired it twice, and now we're talking about it a third time.
Right. Oh, 100%.
Hey, you can use that $200 to go buy that Mirage.
No.
You're just like, hey, I don't have that money. Now you do. Just saying.
Right. I have bills. I am an adult with bills. Ah, this fucking guy. Y'all are gonna learn about him. Just know that he's a fucker. That was excessive for them to just hold them there and no one walked through or nothing. Eorzea defended. Onward, traitor in the midst. I already got gloves, so I'm just gonna grab the silver pieces. How many quests after Eorzea defended? Trez, I cannot shake this creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. What time is it now, actually? Oh, tit. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Uriandre is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this... What?
What quest are you on?
I just... forgot. Traitor in our midst or something like that. But all of this you already knew. Let us speak of the more current matters, in particular the state of the crystal braids. Alphinaud did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphinaud has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able.
Into the current, like 2.5, 2.6, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm at Trader on Midst. Trader in the Midst, sorry.
Yeah, so there's probably about... count again real quick, just kidding. About 7 quests before you get to Snowcloak.
Bam. Alright. Yeah. What is it, PK Thunder? And do be concise, I'm rather busy. You would lend a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that warrants for attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitant to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labor, though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions, but I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, PK Thunder. Ilberd.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name.
Shit.
He was, however,
I accidentally touched the touchpad and it
that
just
this
skipped that whole piece
ivy
of
had
battle.
coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge. But we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
To the immortal flames. Oh, there's more people dancing. Oh, just one. Oh, two. Yep. His whole little entourage is back.
There's like, what, maybe like 5 or 6 people there. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, I went over there once. And danced.
I don't have that dance, I don't think.
I can't remember how you get it either.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
Right.
He is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you! The honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Hilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanaland than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Bah, spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to him, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Hilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it... Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
So you had me follow you there when I wasn't even needed? Our hunt for the ivy begins in earnest. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily, but one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to the commander. Over yonder. Excuse me. We return from Ul'dah, Commander. And not a moment too soon, something has happened. Trouble? You recall that the force was taken with, You recall that the force was tasked with, what is that, recounting? I don't know. The rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. God's damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity, and I have grave fears for her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardon, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask you for your aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives, yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Allian of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle near the entrance to the Castrum Sentry. Seek her out, and she will appraise you of the situation. You are willing, of course. Of course you are. What am I talking about? No, I'm not willing. You can't just throw me on a rescue mission. I don't want to go. It is my vacation. Just kidding. Moving on. It's how every, adventure... It's like how every adventure movie starts. I'm on vacation. I'm not supposed to be doing my job. Fuck it, I guess I'll go. Don't mind my flying cat. Abnormally large whiskers. You would aid us in the rescue mission? We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now time is against us, so allow me to brief you on the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh, and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we are, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurt, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. And a dance, 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 and a dance, dance, dance. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bond that binds us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Force, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it's too late. Alright, now that they're gone, I can lash in on my own and fuck them up. I'm a Loch Ness monster. Say hello to Nessie. Hi Nessie. How you doing, Nessie? Oh, did none of you know the lore? The reason why we never found the Loch Ness monster in the lake is because it flies. Just kidding. Why, hello, sir. Where am I? Resh, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now, to quit this accursed place, Resh cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Garleans will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within Castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside the walls. I did not mean to hit second wind, but oh well. Bonjour! Bonjour, bonjour! Time to attack all the things. Oh, look, it's a surround! Presents! That guy just healed himself. What the fuck? Why are we being attacked by more things? These aren't even part of it. They weren't even part of this. Mission is this way. On the carbuncle. Hello? Hi. I punch you in the face? I punch you in the face? And you? I just kick you. I gave it a hi-ya! And a hi-ya! And I kicked her, sir. remember those are just dancing. That's funny. Damn it! Leave me alone. You're not even part of my mission. Sometimes the randomness is not as random as we thought. Oh, more! Okay. I got stuck on a wall. I awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Rest is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levlier. I shall go and head to the Rising Stones. Sprintage. Let's see. All he was saying was, thanks for coming back. Allow me to thank you also. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not in to be trifled with. So you say, Commander, I will see to it that our men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, PK Thunder, I realize you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Cortus. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignity, you see, and the man expressly requested your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. I'm just gonna grab the coin pieces because I don't need anything else. Ooh, pants. I needed pants. And boots and pants, boots and pants, boots and pants. You know what I need? A belt. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity to get an audience with the ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honor to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favor. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Aymeric wishes to meet the man behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedent should see the wisdom of this plan when you request your permission to accompany me to Corthus. Mayhap you feel it is a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than a thrust of the sword. So I looked into that once before, because I was like, yeah, it's kind of funny that he says that we're being dumb and all that stuff. Like we're being, like, hoisted around. Yoshi P put dialogue throughout the entire game, because people were complaining, saying, man, we're doing all these little fetch missions. Basically, it's pointless, it's useless to the story, blah, 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 blah. So he started putting stuff in there like that. Oh, you think you could be doing something more nobler? Something better? Bro, let me tell you. Pen is mightier than the sword.
All of our diplomacy, we've failed numerous times. And
Oh, of course,
still had to
100%.
keep bitch.
Uh-huh, facts, 100%. We have received reports, blah, blah, blah. Say, unusual beast tribe activity late. If Alpha 9 believes your presence may help him secure favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. You are gonna go talk to them. Alpha Node. Antecedent, I take it PK Thunder has explained the situation. He has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? What that I knew, the question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I now know more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Alabathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. And on the battlefields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of their realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the Alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that, unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. And what have mine efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with the man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, PK Thunder. Our old friend Lord Horsefront is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further integrated yourself with the man. Oh, yeah, integrated. Yeah, I said that right. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Alright. Oh, we're going to Dragonhead. Why am I walking? I can teleport there. Why are you walking? Why are you walking?
Anything of your character. You don't want to have a fat monk.
Where am I going? Over here. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna walk my peacock into the grand hall. Ah, because under ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Alphanad, an honor as always. Likewise, Lord Horseflon. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortin may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Amric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the emissary. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your heart sounds, I think it best we proceed to the emissary forthwith. And at this point in time, I must have a bio break. So I shall return. I will put us on a brief ad break while I do so. Alright, I have returned. Alright, and we have returned. Everyone's been expecting you. We should head inside. Yes.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Appreciate the welcome. It is Amric. Okay. So Amric has a nickname for the people who love him, and it's
Commander Leveilleur,
it's
it is both an
what do they
honor
call him?
and a pleasure to meet you.
It's like Daddy Amric or something like that.
I'm Emmerich, Lord
Emmerich.
Commander of the Temple Knights.
Emric.
I know what you're talking about, but like I
Alfie
can't.
no
I
Leveilleur.
can't either. It's
at
not Daddy
your
Amric. It's
service.
something else.
Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
So what's funny is she was given like
I
a
am
basic
not too
name.
proud to
It said
admit that I
Taciturn
have
Temple
followed
Knight or
your
something like that.
activities with an
And later
interest
on they actually
bordering
give
on
her a name
fascination.
because she becomes kind of like an important person.
Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us.
Taciturn, I think. Not Taciturn.
Whatever. I
Now
mean,
then,
it's
shall
just a
we begin?
placeholder name, essentially.
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Forton has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Midgard Sorma.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, come on.
What is the meaning of this? The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord. What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Should have had me escort the shit. I'd have killed her. Killed her. Hold on, I need new pants. Pants. There we go. Just when I thought we were starting to make progress, and to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think that the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Horsfall and find out what he has learned. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll, as it was passing through Boulder Downs. 'Twas an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized, then as quickly as they appeared they were gone. 'Twould be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route. Knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Horsfront said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Vacay Thunder. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. The chonkiness. Am I going? No way the hell am I by Desmond? Damn. Oh no, that's Oran Vale. Damn. I thought Oran Vale was somewhere else. Oh well. Chunky boy! Yes. Move along, adventure. There's nothing for. Oh, Lord Hoverfont, bid you speak with us? Then you must be beg your pardon, sire. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Took the wagon for good measure, even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. It would have been easier just to steal it. Though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own, hidden away off. But pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis not but speculation. Might be a squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack, not that his presence amounted to much. I'm gonna go back over there. Don't mind me, I'm just bringing a deer into your living room. Have a nice day. And now I'm bringing a deer into your medic area. You came. That's about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as lost and ill-equipped for the journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I turned to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I couldn't. I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Shiva. The next primal. Shiva's after Snowcloak though, so it's gonna still be a minute. We gotta get to Snowcloak, and then after we get to Snowcloak and do that dungeon, right after that it unlocks Shiva, I believe, and then we do that, and then we continue forward until we unlock Keeper of the Lake. Ah, you returned. What news have you for us? Shiva. It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of Enchiridion, Master Alphanode? Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Iscardian scriptures so well, particularly when it comes to the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is a patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Hoshafant, what was in the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go through such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform Lord Commander at once. Lord Hoshafant, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern. Of course. I can trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphanode. Signs of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revan's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of the summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Actually, I would. She's kind of a bitch. And boots and pants. Boots and pants. Strength and unity. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed a little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Menphilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, PK Thunder, pray join me at Whiteburn Front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durande have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Durilamont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good? Good. Alright, peoples. We are gonna go finish this mission, because I think after this mission it unlocks Snowcloak. At least that's what it seems like it's doing. Seems like the direction it's heading. The chunky boy! And unfortunately, due to unexpected events, we probably won't be able to do Snowcloak today, because I am in need of leaving to work. So I will be doing that. That's probably as soon as I unlock Snowcloak, so that the next time we do the stream, we basically go straight into Snowcloak, is going to be the initial plan. And then, yeah. Huh?
I said you have 2 more quests.
Oh.
Before you unlock Snowcloak.
Oh, okay. The Sons of the Seventh Dawn wish to join the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillamont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak. The self-same frozen wall which was speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whiteburn Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Aymeric. And so it begins, my friend. Though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration, Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all on the success of a single solution. There may yet be a subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Mayhap Lord Durilamont has one in mind. I just realized there's a deck of playing cards on the table. Yes, yes, excellent. Heretic Mage. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. Give me the boots! What the heck is that? Bacon bread. Bacon bread! It seems as though we are always one step behind our quarry, ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten the Inquisitor Guillemette. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in the future. God damn, that person just yeeted themselves into my presence. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone at Whiteburn Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir, I don't even know how to say that, in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere, simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Suspected heretic leads to the southwest gate. See, back then they didn't have flying, they should just have us hover above. The suspected heretic follows the road to the east. Back in my day, this is how you followed somebody. Now they actually have it to where you can get seen and have to start the whole thing over and all that.
Stealth missions were the idea, and I'm not a fan of that.
Suspected heretic heads to the south. Hey, where in the seven hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you plundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice, or they'll hear us wipe from front. Yes, of course, the Temple Knights are blah 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 in Snowfolk. This is what you bring me, we already knew about blah blah blah. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels, blah 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 blah. Dead before they know what's happened. Nevertheless, mumble mumble. If you waste my time again, is that clear? Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see, I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. First blood. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you've overheard, it seems that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take out our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. Our contingent of House Duriander Knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they would take courage from the presence of a storied warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Haloni is kind, we may cast these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, PK Thunder. The lives of our allies are at stake. Help is on the way, dear! Help is on the way! Right over here. There it is. Oh, they're dead. Well, tits. Guess I was late. If only I had the tank here to help. That's all good. Tits. I think we almost have it unlocked. We just had 3 quests, so I think we're pretty much there. Nice. I sent word of your coming, PK Thunder. What has happened? What is that in your hand? By the fury, those were veterans with years of service. Oh, somebody's calling me. Hold on. Hopefully it actually mutes this time. Hello? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can. I live in Denham though, so it's gonna be a second before I get there. Okay. Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Not a problem, bye. Of course it didn't mute me. I don't know what the hell. I don't know why this thing doesn't mute me. This is ridiculous.
You were having an issue with it earlier picking up my audio, so...
Now it just doesn't do what it needs to be doing. Oh well. Right. By the fury, those with veterinary service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Isar prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of Temple Knights and the Crystal Parades. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use the tunnels with impunity and prepare an ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see, of course. It will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House really must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Right. So unfortunately, this is as far as we're getting, because as you guys heard, I gotta go. Apparently there are some undesirables already lurking around the place I'm supposed to go work at. So, yeah. Your chocobo is in the way. I'm just gonna stand right here. It's fine. Just right here. Whoop! Zoomed in way too far. So yeah, guys. Thank you all for watching, as always. And we will see you all next time. Maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. Just depends on how tired I am. So thanks again, guys, and I will do my best to be safe. And yeah, thanks again. Ta-ta. Right. That's doing that. Yes. Sir, thank you for joining.
Just let me know what you want to do tomorrow if you want to do anything.
Yeah, for sure. We'll do.
Alright.
Alright, bye.
Be safe.